Hello everybody and welcome to Champions Online. I am Solhom, the gamer who's bad at games, and this might just be a one-off spotlight, but I'm still going to run through some bookkeeping before we get to what all this is about. First of all, this is a game created by Cryptic Studios and Atari back in 2009, but it was based on a pen and paper game, much like Dungeons & Dragons, that was created back in 1981 by Hero Games, and it's one of the first games to include a point-buy system for your powers. This game was also acquired back in 2011 by Perfect World Entertainment, and that is one of the things that we wanted to talk about. Perfect World is known for its character creation, and that's what we're going to look at today. Some of the characters that I've made, and then I'm going to actually go ahead and make some. First of all, I have to let you guys know I am a gold member up here. That means that I have bits and pieces that aren't available in the basic game, basically, like the free version, and Dead Media is actually to thank for that. He bought me the gold membership a long time ago. It's worth it if you're gonna play it a lot, because they give you a stipend, basically, an allowance, so to speak, that you can use basically every month. Having said that, I'm going to try to stick to just stuff that's maybe in the free-to-play, but I don't remember, so some of this stuff is a little bit advanced, just so that you're aware. For one thing, I think you only get like 4 character slots in the free. But anyways, we'll look at some of the ones that I've made, and then I might speed through making some of the boneheads. First of all, we got the Angel of Dusk here. He doesn't seem like very much, but all these little blue lines and little accents here glow, and when he flies around, he emits a lot of light, I'm pretty sure. I've obviously made myself in the game, as much as I could anyways. The tattoo on the arm isn't quite right, but it's still Egyptian, so, you know, it is what it is, and it was worth a shot. You know, not super happy with it, but it is what it is. This guy, I actually ended up taking advantage of some glitches that made some of his limbs disappear. Couldn't remember what they were for the life of me, but the storyline I created for this guy is that basically he was a scientist that studied cosmic forces and ended up sending parts of him to a completely other dimension. If anybody's not aware, character creation is one of my favorite parts of a lot of RPG games, so coming up with stuff like this and designs is really fun for me. I'm going to show you the little dude in the middle here last, but I liked this guy's design. Blindside, he's meant to be like a kind of like a Batman, film noir, Deathstroke kind of guy. He's freeform, which means I get to pick his powers. I haven't really done much with him, but I'm pretty sure that he just uses a couple pistols and that. This guy's just your generic like fire guy. I'm pretty sure that he has super speed. This guy is kind of based on a design by my dad, actually. He made a guy named Killer Bee that was like 10 times as big, but this guy's just a bee. He's an impulse, which means he uses gravity powers. This guy is more Batman than the other one because he actually uses grapple hooks and a lot of stealth to take down his guys, but he's got kind of a classic superhero design. Once again, with that glitch to delete things, I was kind of into it for a while. This guy's name is Ether. He uses electric powers mainly, but he also, I think, flies around with a lot of light coming off of him. This guy is another freeform character using 2 pistols. I call him Remington because all of his abilities involve either pistols or martial arts, because I'm clever like that, but he's got some sort of cool like power armor thing going on. You know, this lady, I was kind of playing with kind of alien proportions, but she uses like electric powers. She's actually one of my favorite to play as. I think she teleports around, I can't remember, but her story is that she's like a queen from an alien race that's here on diplomatic relations or something like that. This is Ankh. Anybody that knows me or has followed my channel knows that I like Ankhs. She's a cybernetic warrior, so she basically uses electric weapons that she generates out of her own body. It's kind of interesting. I liked her design too. It's kind of clean, kind of classic. This guy, Skull Smasher, because I'm super imaginative with my names sometimes, he's just wearing power armor and a skull head, but he's a Devastator, which means he uses a giant hammer, and he can actually increase his mass and size with his own rage. So kind of think like Hulk with a hammer. And I have a second page here with not too much on it. There's the Arachnid. I almost specifically made him to be a villain for one of my other characters we'll look at in a minute. And this is the first character I made, Diamond Domino. Not super happy with her design now, but she's just basically a generic mercenary. I don't know why she's got a tire on her shoulder, but we don't talk about it. And then there's my favorite and kind of my main character, Scarab. Once again, I like making these scientist power armor kind of designs. This guy, he was a geologist. He was studying mountainous regions and different soils and things like that, but then he ended up getting a paralysis of sorts. But to be able to continue his research, he created, with the help of some friends, some power armor, which is what you see here, which it kept him permanently hunched over, but able to dig underground at blazing speeds, and it allowed him to continue moving when the paralysis wouldn't have otherwise. He's a mountain type. Basically, he just throws a bunch of dirt and rocks at people. I'm not sure if I've actually made any others. I'm just going to jump in here quick. These are all the different classes you can make. I think in the basic you get this one here. You get the behemoth type, I know. I'm not sure if you get the Devastator. I'm pretty sure you get this one, the blade. You get the grimoire, I think. And I think you get the mind. Now, I'm not positive on all of those, but I'm reasonably sure. You might get the savage as well, but a lot of these are paid. Gunslinger, I think you might get as well. No, you get soldier. That's the one. But yeah, but a lot of these are paid classes. I'm just going to grab one of these just so I can go in here and see if I have... Yeah, see, I have some other... So I got Atlas Beta. This is a guy that I kind of made, I think, with Big Country or for Big Country. I'm not sure. This is his original design. I kind of like it. I don't like the hunched down version. This was just a basic version of Blindside before I got into this version, which we know now. Dr. Dauntless. I don't remember. I don't like his design very much. We got Ether, Gormagon. I don't remember a guy. Oh, jeez. Don't talk about that. So yeah, you got a wide variety of things that you can make in this game. I still like his design, actually. Phoenix, Skull Smasher, Solhom. Did I have another? Oh, this was the original attempt at making Solhom back when I was all fancy Dan. This is me now. But if I go back and I make a female character, then you get a different list of just the female characters that I've made. This is like some sort of toxic reptile costume. Like I said, I tend to make a lot of the power out armor things. Now I'm gonna kind of go through slow-mo and make a character, and then after that I'll speed build speed up and make a few so you guys could see. But I'm gonna put a pause in here quick, create a list of who I need to make, and then we'll get back in it. Alright, I've got my list now. I'm probably just going to do... It doesn't really matter the archetype that I pick, except if you pick like this guy, for example, you have to... Well, any of the guys with weapons, really, you have to pick a basic weapon for them to start with. You can unlock more later on. But for guys like that, I'll pick. But for the most part, I'll just go with something like the Behemoth, just so I don't have to worry about weapons. So I think I will start by making the only female character we're going to. And I'll give her... We're going to be making Bub. I'm just trying to figure out what kind of archetype I should make her. I'm leaning towards Mountain because her logo is... I'll flash it on screen right now. It's kind of like a Gaia goddess universe thing, but I could also make her like a... not sure here. I could make her some sort of like... I could make her a support mind character, actually, but yeah, I think I'll just do that. Now, I like to go to defaults to start with and just kind of work from here. One of the first things I gotta do is try to get her skin tone as close as I can anyways. And that seems about right. And let's see here. So in her logo, she's kind of got the top of her head blown off, but I don't know if I have any sort of headdress that has a bunch of flowers. Let me have a look here. Oh, I should hide and remove. Okay, I did hide and remove. So these are just the ones that I own. Do we have any sort of flower kind of headdress. It's not really looking like it. There's a lot of interesting headdresses, as you can see. Okay. So basically we're going to have to come up with something. I might go with, there was a... Oh, no, that's the Nephilim thing. We don't mess with that. Actually, that might be an alright idea. Where's that Nephilim thing again? Luckily things are... I was going to say things are alphabetical. I got distracted, and I really get into these character creation kind of things, so... Let's see. She's got long hair, but you got to play with... Like, basically, you got to try to play with the mask that you got on. Like I said, I'm big into character customization, so stuff like this is like... when there's... if I went with this, for example, stuff sticking through the hair, that's not something that I enjoy. So we're going to have to go with something like this, maybe. There's kind of like a bald section here that we don't like too much. But something like tied back hair might be okay if we could find one that works. I gotta move back to the front here. Let's see here. Long sleek, that's alright. It cuts through a little bit here, but you wouldn't see that in the game. So then we have to give her dark-ish hair. And let's see. Down at the bottom, she likes purple, so we'll do something like that. And I can do... I want to give her some like purplish highlight, but not too light, so it doesn't show up too badly in game. And you can't see any white, so there's no point in changing that color. Do I have an options menu? I want to turn down the music because I feel like I'm yelling over it. Give me a sec. I'll pause and fix that. Alright, and we're back to it. I don't mind the music, but when I'm also trying to talk, it's kind of a little bit distracting. Alright, so now I need to go to the headwear section and fix this mask up to being something that I want. First of all, I don't like the cloth look very much, even though it doesn't really show up in-game. I really like the metal look for masks, because it makes this kind of like ethereal, kind of interesting thing. But in this case, we'll go with leather. And... I guess you can put some designs on it, but I like the clean look a little bit more. And let's see, we'll go for... Oh, pardon my hiccup. I might go for something like... I don't want it to look too creepy, but I need it to look kind of... ethereal almost. So let's go with... Okay, now I can make the eyes glow. And we'll make them glow probably purple. And I don't think the white does anything there. I'm okay with that. Now, I'm going to need some more accessories here. Let's see if I mean, I could give her bunny ears. I'm sure she'd love that, but we'll try not to do that. We'll see. I could give her a halo. I feel like that's a little on the nose for like a goddessy kind of character. Same with like horns. It's this kind of same idea, other direction, so to speak. I'll consider the halo. Let me. So that's headwear. That head type. No, we're not messing with that. Side accessory maybe, but you'd be surprised. I'm actually somewhat surprised that there's not any like flowery kind of headpieces. I've never really thought of it. I don't hate that because it sits squarely on the mask, so that's actually not too bad, but we will make those metal. And cutout is fine. Now, this needs to be like a dark purple. I know it makes like a hot bar as you select colors. But I like to select it every time so that I get exactly the look I'm looking for. So this is replacing the yellow there. I actually kind of like this dark kind of color. White's fine with that, actually. I'm okay with that. Interesting. This isn't my favorite character I've ever made so far, but it's something. Alright, so now we're working on the torso section, as you can see up here. And first of all, I have to decide what do I want to do. The jackets, I don't know about that. I think we'll just go with the tights and skin. I think she'd kill me if I did like a bikini design. This is bird people things, cosmic, fancy, no. Let's see here. Ornate, I kind of like that actually. And we'll go with leather. It says this is detail, but I don't see how that's detail. It just looks like it darkens it, so I think we'll go with none on that. And then this purple I feel like has to match the mask somewhat, so we'll go with that. The central design, maybe like a lighter. Let me quickly click off here and try to find the... I should have had her picture open as a reference from the start. Sorry if that popped up on the screen briefly. Okay, just get it out my way slightly. The volume's gonna be clicking in and out. Whoops. Get that off the screen. There we go. Okay, she's got some reds and stuff in and some blues in there. So let's go. How does red look? Green? Green's alright, actually. Let's just try that for now. I'm gonna actually bounce back to the side accessories here briefly and see what that looks like with red in. It's kind of neat. Alright, and then the main body of it. I mean, I could just try to be cheeky and try to match the skin tone here. I actually don't hate it. Everything's covered. She can't be too upset. We'll just go with something like that. Collar, no. Chest layer. What can we put on there? I mean, we could put more armor and stuff on, but I don't think any of these are the current aesthetic we're going with. Just scrolling through real quick. My mind processes things real quick when I'm looking for certain design. Okay, so we don't like any of those. Is there a necklace or something that she might like? As you can see, there's a lot of stuff you can do. Any of these locks, though, you might have to unlock, so they might not be in the free version of the character creator, but that's fine. Emblems we're not going to mess with because I've already made emblems and they're not in the game, so I don't want to mess with that. Shoulder pads, I don't know if I'm going to find anything that I like in here for this specific character. I feel like I'm going to have more to do with the other ones. I'm going to speed create Big Country and Fry Height. Oh, I know what she would like. Hang on, let me go down here. I don't think she'd like bug wings. I think she'd like some, what's the difference between these two? Maybe just so that I like those ones better. I'm not going to make those metal because it looks better when they're kind of bio. How does that look? Maybe select a different purple here. Nah, we liked the lighter one a bit better. I think just white, right? And then some like red tint and then green in the webbing. That looks interesting enough. Alright, and then belt's not in here, right? Alright, gloves. I don't know if she needs gloves, so just 5 fingers. I don't know why that design's there, so I'm gonna have to give her at least a short glove, I guess. Skin and cloth, sure, solid color. I don't know if I can match that design. It'd be nice if I could. Doesn't look like it. Alright, so we're just gonna go basic black. Details don't mean too much for us, but we're gonna make that purple to match. Skin leather, I think, is what we need. That's alright. Give her bracers to cover that up. Actually, let me try something. We'll put that on first. She got purple fingernails. I'll fix that in a sec. We'll see. Some cool Egyptian bracers, sure. Pattern. Yeah, that's fine. Because that covers up the little design that I didn't want. It puts one that I'm actually okay with on there. You can't really like scroll down, so you got to kind of work with the view angles that you got. Unfortunately. That's fine. The game's pretty forgiving with a lot of things, so don't worry too much about that. But now I gotta go back to the hands and give her just regular fingernails. I mean, I guess she probably would like... I don't know about purple, but... give her black fingernails. Or dark purple, whatever that is. And arm accessories would be basically something around the bicep, but I don't think we're looking for anything there. And one of the first things I want to do is fix the belt, because that belt did not fit what we were going for. Not that I know what I'm going for, but, you know. Actually, that one's kind of cool. Just because of the cool, like, swirly design. Waves. Go with something like that. Alright, purple. Okay, so that glows. So make it glow like that. Make that glow white, I guess. And this is the actual, like, band, so we'll just make that green. That works fine. Alright, now tights and skin. Pants. I think we'll go with tights and skin again. Leather's fine. Pattern. Whoops. Can't remember the pattern now. What was the pattern that I used up here? Ornate. Okay, so there might be an ornate in here just to make it match, sort of. Ornamental. Not quite. Not quite. Alright, so I guess we have to find something that just kind of looks close enough to what we're looking for here. Actually, where was that one? This one. Because this white, that's not the right white. This one is. Just make it look like side cutouts. That's kind of cool. Purple color. Oh, purple color should be there, actually. This one should be like red, probably. That looks alright. Hip slayer, obviously put something over the belt. We don't want that. Leg accessory, put something about mid-thigh, which we'll like briefly look at, but yeah, I don't know if it kind of covers up the side panel that I left open. Alright, and then gotta find a boot that kind of suits us here. I don't want to give her weird feet. This is where usually I just stick like foot gauntlets on, because like foot armor isn't really my style, I suppose. Wrapped with claws. Let me have a look. I surprisingly don't hate it. I'll make it metallic, but we're gonna pretend that her feet didn't turn metal when we did that. Alright, and we'll make that color. Pick green for that. Her toenails can just be like skin tone. Alright, and we could give her a tail. I'm sure she'd want one, so we'll look at that too. I don't usually put tails on, so may as well show you guys. It's worth noting, go with a devil tail. It's worth noting that if you have wings on your character and you pick the power of flight as your travel power, your character will actually flap wings, etc. Skin cloth, serpent. Actually, I don't know if she'd like that. That's we'll give her a foxtail, I guess. I don't know if she's into fox stuff or not, but raccoon. she gets a raccoon butt. Let's make that straight up raccoon butt. There you go. She gets raccoon butt. Alright, so then you can go in here and pick her mood. This is basically her actual mannerisms. I don't know if it'll... Oh, it actually does change her mask, which is a little bit creepy, I'm not gonna lie. Let's go with pleasant, I guess. And go with average, because these are the actual mannerisms. Your character will walk around kind of matching this pose. We'll give her heroic, because I think she'd like that. Now she is a shorty, so we'll give her... I don't know if she'd like her actual height, so we'll give her an extra few inches to make her feel special. A little bit of muscle. And I think I kind of want to fix the proportion here to be a little more realistic. So leg length, that's fine. Let's try to, where's the arm length? There we go. Arm's got to be a little bit longer. Chest's got to be a little bit wider and deeper. Where is the waist? There's the waist. Widen that a little bit too. I gotta make the thighs a bit bigger. Where is... Oh, upper leg. And lower leg and feet. Shoulders can be a little bit thicker as well. Arms can be just generally a bit thicker. If you're gonna be a superhero, you gotta be a little bit thick anyways, right? And then you can go into face sliders, and I'm just gonna make the head a little bit bigger. Like, this is obviously it's a comic book that you play, so it doesn't need to be super realistic, but I think this is a little bit better. I'm gonna look back on this in the editing process and hate it, but anyways, then we're gonna go through here. I'm just gonna go bub. I'm gonna save. I'm not gonna put her in the game. If you guys actually want to see tutorial stuff, let me know. I can always record a series about that. But having said that, I'm going to now jump into one of the speed builds of one of the other guys we're gonna do. So here we go. Alright, everybody, this seems to be what I can come up with for Big Country. I made him a behemoth type because he's more likely to just punch and smash and throw things, but I gave him a shotgun for flavor. I got the actual head to look a lot like his logo. I'm kind of proud of that, but I kind of had to extrapolate and kind of dive into real life a little bit. He didn't seem like a kind of guy that would wear any sort of armor or anything, just more like a jacket and some cowboy gear, some blue jeans. In real life, he'd have like burns all up and down his arms, but I couldn't really figure that out, so I gave him a skeleton hand to kind of compensate. Hopefully this kind of comes across, and hopefully he sees this and enjoys what I did. But now, we're going to move on and have a look at what I can do with fry height, which should be a little more of a challenge. So, first of all, though, Big Country. Once again, if you want me to take any of these characters in through a tutorial to have a look, let me know. Alright guys, and this is what I came up with for fry height. Honestly, I couldn't light his head on fire, and then I saw this reindeer hat, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna show you guys that doesn't all have to be serious, because fry height wouldn't want it to be serious anyways. He would definitely build a guy for the memes, because he could. That's also why he got the giant boots, white fingernails, you know. But the character is a guy that uses chains, because that's kind of a call out to fry height being a... He plays Guilty Gear, and he plays as, I can't remember his name, but a guy that uses like a long range chainy kind of attack. So it's kind of a call out to that. But then they had me pick a weapon for him, and I picked a big mace and I colored it pink. I couldn't make it a giant thing of cotton candy per se, but that's kind of what I was going for there. Because it makes me laugh thinking that this pleasant skeleton with a reindeer hat goes up and whaps people with cotton candy. So hopefully Fry Height enjoys that. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this spotlight on the Champions Online character creator. Once again, if you want to see the tutorial or any sort of gameplay of this, let me know. But otherwise, the game is free to play. You can go and get it right now and have a somewhat more limited version of what I've done here, but not much of the actual gameplay aspect is limited. There's some, obviously, like some premium instance kind of modes that you can go into, but for the most part, the game is open to you. It's actually fairly fun as far as any other MMOs that I've played. But yeah, I always enjoyed character creators, and this is one of my favorites to play with. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.